It's a comic call. It's a comic call time. First books I got are from DCBS. I pre-order some stuff, and then they send me that stuff. This I did not pre-order, but they sent it to me anyway. Must have been some sort of special going on. Unnatural Order from Vault Comics, #1. It's up my alley. I don't know if I got it for pre-ordering Conan or what, but they sent me 2 copies. I don't know why. Art's pretty cool. I'll have to flip through it. I'm flipping through it now, but I'll have to read it and check it out. It looks pretty neat. Have no idea what it's about. Barbarian stuff. 'Tis the season. I picked up this 1 through 4 series, Batman, Santa Claus, Silent Night. I got all the cover A's, I believe, from Dan Mora. There's #1. I thought that was, once I saw that, I had to get the whole series. I love Superman sitting on the chair with the kiddo, reading them a little. I mean, it's not the night before Christmas, but it's a Batman book. It might be better. There's #1. There's #2. Little creepo in the back, trying to foil Batman and Santa Claus. Santa Claus looking like he can handle his own. Just coming off the heels of Grant Morrison's Klaus with Dan Mora art, I'm guessing. Dan Mora does not do the inside, the interiors. That's I'm assuming Mr. Bandini. That's cool. Hawk Girl. Wonder Woman sleigh cover there. That's pretty neat. Nice red. Who doesn't like that red? Red and gold too. Silent Night. Just a 4-part series. Thought I'd pick that up. Boom, it's done. It's completed. I can read it. I doubt it'll come out in a oversized hardcover. It might. Probably not though. Along with DCBS. This is the main reason I started ordering from them, is Titan's Conan the Barbarian series. This is the free comic book day book that I missed out on. It was not free. It was not all that expensive though. I think it was like $1 something. So not too crazy. Obviously at some point it was free, so what I paid a couple bucks for, somebody got for free. No big deal. Here's issue 4. I thought I might have a couple issues of #4, but there we go. Cool cover. And #5. I just got that one recently. I haven't read any of them. Kind of waiting to get an arc. Heard nothing but good things about them. But I'm excited to get those. I picked this up. I've had this on my eBay. Oh, here we go. Let's just throw this up real quick. Oh. Got some books out of order here. Pardon me. Conan the Barbarian Titan from #2. #2. That's a Gerardo Zaffino cover. He's a good artist, especially for covers. Might be Gerardo, Zaffino. I don't know how you say it, but he does good work. And #3. So that's where all those go. I guess I didn't show those in a previous video. This is by Roberto Della Torre. And he actually does the interiors for the book, and also these very John Buscema-esque covers. Super cool. Glad to pick those up. Okay, back to it. I've had this on my eBay watch list for a while now, and you know how it goes. Nothing. Then all of a sudden there's 2 copies all at once. I went ahead and picked this up for, I didn't write it down. It wasn't that expensive. I think it was like $20 to $30 shipped or something like that. This is, according to Key Collector, the first appearance of Zorro in comic books. I imagine it's this fella right here. It's an unlicensed appearance. I have the actual licensed appearance. It's in a Dell 4 colors. I can't remember off the top of my head what it is, but it's a 4-color book. So this is Hit Comics #55. I looked in the interiors and I couldn't find another representation, so I'm assuming this is who they're referencing is the first appearance of Zorro. I don't know. I mean, it does look like him, but he obviously is not in the Zorro garb with a mask and in all black, but he's you know, a Spaniard looking guy with a whip, so I guess they're calling that, I don't know, Don de la Vega. I don't know. Cool book nonetheless. Got this big P there. Must be, I don't know, a store stamp. What year is this from? Maybe I can find out while I'm continuing on. I picked these magazines. You know, I'm a magazine collector, especially I'm trying to complete my Savage Sword run. I have a couple of those coming up. Whenever I see cool magazines, I pick them up. When they're especially when they're for a good price. I think I paid $15 for this. This is a, I don't even want to call it an homage. This is, I don't even think it's a reprint of the Frank Frazetta. Oh no, I'm blanking. Well, this is Creepy 89. I'll probably remember. Combat. Something Combat. #1. It'll pop into my head as I'm filming here. But I went ahead and got this. I think it was a good deal, a good price for an awesome cover. The original, man, I can't remember. It's not GI Combat. I have some of those coming up, but I'm blanking. Savage? Nah, I don't know. I should go look. But this was from 1977. I don't know if it's a reprint of the Blood Brothers, Brancatelli comic books, The Windmill. Coggins Army. Story by Bruce Jones, art by Jose Ortiz. Looks pretty cool. Wow. Impressive. But it was like a four issue run. I'm just blanking on it. All I can think of is Savage Tales, so I'm thinking like Savage Combat. I don't have #1. #1 goes for a pretty penny. And this is the cover from that. So anyway, I thought I'd pick it up. You can display that. And it's nice condition. Anyhow, paid about $15 for that. Man, it's bothering me. I can't. Combat Tales? I can't remember. A little bit of chew on the back of this book. A little bit. A lot of it. But like I said, I didn't pay very much for it for the first appearance of that fella right there. And these issues don't grow on trees. 1948. 1948 for that. There's a little bit of, I don't know if it looks like maybe it had a little bit of water on it at some point. I don't know. That could probably press out to a large degree. But like I said, I searched through the book. Didn't see that guy again. But I did my due diligence. I didn't do my due diligence. My due diligence. My 6-year-old would think that's hilarious. Doo-doo. All right, rolling along. These I picked up from a local comic book shop. Well, at least just this one anyway. Probably paid a couple bucks for this. I like this Savage Sword. #42 book, Conan and his lovely lady getting eaten up by some plant peoples. Is that Bob Larkin? Bob Larkin, 1979. He always has pretty vibrant colors on his covers. But so I'm glad to add that to the collection. Still working on that. Have the all the omnibus of the comic books. Didn't pick up the Savage Sword omnibus because I'm going to collect them individually. Because if you just pick up the Conan omnibus, they don't have the Red Sonja, they don't have the Solomon Kane, the Cole stories. You have to get those separately. This I was excited to get. Speaking of adding to my Savage Sword collection, did I put the price on this? I didn't. It was a good deal though. All right, I got the Savage Sword of Conan #2. Neil Adams cover. It's a decent cover. I don't love it. It's good. It's fine. There are definitely a lot worse, but I was happy to add it nonetheless. It's a nice cover. Savage Sword #2. I do have #1. I don't have a lot of the early issues, so those are the ones I'm kind of focusing on. There's also the Savage Tales issues that predate Savage Sword of Conan, and I'm trying to knock those out as I move along. And this one goes for a decent amount of money. This is no offense to Boris Vallejo. I think he's an incredible artist. He does good work, but for whatever reason, it just doesn't jive with me a lot of the time. And this is one of the covers that can go for a decent amount in the Savage Sword run. #5, nice Boris Vallejo crucifixion cover. Skull, vulture, pretty memorable scene from the movie with the vulture. It's in decent condition. And I didn't pay, I want to say I paid like 20 some, maybe like about 10, no more than $15 a piece for these. And they can go for a decent amount, so, and they're in good shape. A little bit of corner crease there. It's a little bit of cover wear maybe, but no big red flags there on those, so happy to add those. As you can see by my background, I have my war books going. I was on a big war book kick for a while. Ran across a seller on eBay, posted up some good amount of books, and I tried to work out a deal with them, and I was successful. I'll just go ahead and show these in chronological order. Got Our Army at War #88. This is from 1959, first issue exclusive to Sergeant Rock Stories. Paid about $38 for that. Decent condition. Good book. Our Army at War #90 from 1960. About 27 for that one. This one, according to my research, goes for a decent amount of money. 1960, $125 I paid for this one. Because for some reason it goes for a good amount of money. It might have to do with Sergeant Rock. It might be like the first solo whole issue pertaining to Sergeant Rock. I'm not sure. I haven't done my history lessons on them, but it's a good book nonetheless. It's a Grandinetti cover, so it fetches a pretty penny. I guess. I paid $125 for it. Is it worth that? I don't know. But that's what I paid for it. You might not have. This is a nice Russ Heath. He's probably my favorite, especially of the war cover artists. He's my favorite. This is Our Army at War #103. What year is this from? 1961. Paid $21 for that. Pretty cool. Switching titles here. This is the first Gunner and Sarge from 1959. This was a good pickup from that same eBay seller. Paid $38 for that. Has a little bit of corner or edge wear. But other than that, pretty solid book. Happy to pick that up. I had their second appearance, but I sold it. Because you can't hold on to everything. I overpaid for this next book, which is a shame because I like the cover, so it's kind of like, oh, well, I could get a better condition, a nicer looking cover for cheaper. But I paid $56 for this 1958 GI Combat #65, which I think is an awesome cover. There's a little bit of writing in this smoke cloud there. I really like these point of view. There's a pin mark there. I really like these point of view. There's a lot of, you get the back shot, so you get all the action going forward and coming at you. They do that a lot with the war titles. GI Combat's probably my favorite on the whole, at least as far as covers go. Series have a lot of good covers. And a lot of people like the Golden Age covers, and I think they're fantastic. I think that especially content-wise, they're able to get away with more, so they're a little bit more interesting in that way. I think that as far as the art goes, I think these early, late, I guess early Silver Age, late Golden, Atomic, not Atomic, yeah, Atomic Age war books, I think they beat them out artistic wise. I think that maybe they didn't have to fall back on, oh, this guy's getting decapitated, this guy's getting run through with a bayonet, flamethrowers, whoa, this is crazy. I think they had to rely on, this is just a nice looking cover. So I think that they kind of pick up on that way, more pleasing. Anyway, I like them a little bit better. Not to say that I don't like the Golden Age stuff, because I do. There's definitely books out there that I'm looking for. And some Russ Heath ones at that. This is a little bit of a minor key. I paid, what did I pay for this? Maybe around $100. It's a 3.0 from 1957. This is, I guess, when DC takes over, the GI Combat series. What is this, number 44? Nice gray tone cover. This goes for a decent amount of money. Happy to add this to my collection. Maybe something I want to upgrade. I don't love the cover. I like it for the historical aspect. Happy to have it. Might move on from it someday. I don't know. What's to say? First DC issue, gray tone cover. I think I already said that. But anyway. Whoever I got this from graded it as around a 3.0. This next one, there's about like 4 or 5, I feel like, prototypes of Sergeant Rock, and this is one of them. Prototype of Sergeant Rock, 1959. Paid about $166 for this one. Decent condition. Has some creases running through there. Got them in Mylar, so it's kind of hard to see. You can see some of that. But good condition book. I think it goes for a decent amount. I think it was a good deal to pick it up. Like I said, there's a few books that claim to be the prototype of Sergeant Rock, so this is one of them. And this is one of them that commands a loftier price because of that, so I was happy to get this. And again, I don't know. I like Sergeant Rock, but yeah, I don't know. I'm happy to have it. I'm going to hold on to it for now. And I'm kind of trying to cull my collection. Trying to the things that I love. This next book I think is a fantastic cover. Got this from my LCS. They had this listed for $40. And I went up to him and I said, hey, how about 20? And he was like, no, there's no way I can do that. That's half the listed price. And he made a comment about it. And I was like, oh, well, I know that you've had these war books here for a while. So, hey. And has this person's initials on it a couple times. But other than that, it's a nice conditioned book, especially for a dark cover. Gas Mask. It's All-American Men of War number 9. Like I said, 1954. It's an early book. And these books had been there at the LCS for a while. And he ended up going, you know what? I'll do it. Half the price, it's fine. I'll do the $20. And I'm in there, I'm buying stuff. So he probably threw me a bone on this one. But I was really happy to pick this up. I think this is an awesome cover. This is one that I would hold on to. There are just those books that command that higher price for, like a prototype of Sergeant Rock. Well, it's a cool book. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad I have it, but what are you willing to pay for that? Maybe somebody's willing to pay a higher price than you think it's worth. So you I don't want to say ditch that, but you sell that and you pick you up something else that you're a little bit more excited about. I think this is a superior cover. I think it's more exciting. I like the colors on it, the greens, the darks. It's a pretty dramatic cover. Anyway, we don't have to compare apples to oranges, apples to apples, oranges to oranges. Anywho, picked this book up. Graded this a 1.8, 1952. This is from that favorite title, GI Combat number 1. Paid a decent amount of money for this, probably overpaid. I think I paid like $300 or so some dollars. Nice red banner. You can see it's chewed up. I just kind of trusted. When it's a 1.8, it's a low grade, and it looks like a low grade. It's probably unattached, or it's going to be unattached. If you open it up, so I haven't opened it up. I probably should to at least count the pages. There's a guy getting blown back. This is kind of what I was talking about. The Golden Age is a little bit more graphic, but And a fantastic cover. There's nothing wrong with that cover. It's a great cover. Super cool. But when you compare that, in my opinion, to these next two books, which are from the same series, but are probably my top two favorite books out of that series, or at least cover-wise, top two favorite books, both by Russ Heath, GI Combat, number 80. Let's make some room here. They're similar. And number 98. Look at those. Look at that flame, the fire on those. The action. The intense drama. Russ Heath also did a Hawkman cover, very reminiscent to this one. It came after the GI Combat 80. I can't remember off the top of my head what it is. I don't have that one. It's on my list of books to get. I had to pay up for this one. It doesn't show up a lot, at least on eBay. And it has a little bit of edge wear, but for a dark cover, a little bit of creases, no big tears. I think it presents really well, but I did have to pay about $262 for that one. And for this one, another dark cover, another Russ Heath. You could almost call these classics. Oh, I didn't put my information on it. Boo me. I want to say, I don't know, there's around like 30 to 50 on that. This is from 1960. So this is 18 issues later, so it's probably about 61, 62. Depending on when the first one came out. But, man, those are awesome books. There's a lot of books, these war books, that I like in this early Silver Age, late Atomic Age covers. This is great. It's a fantastic cover right here. It's great. And you know what? I mean, looking at it, it's pretty awesome. And looking at this one's pretty awesome. I was just about to go, you know what? These are so much better than those, but look at those. Those are great too. Aren't comics fun? Aren't comics great? Is this all I have? I think it is. Look at that though. Let's put those up. So these are some of the books I got. These are some of the books I was on the lookout for during my war book run that I've been on, which I will continue to be on. I'm trying to focus up my collection. I don't necessarily want to go out and spend 50 cents here, a couple bucks there. I want to spend a little bit more money to bring books into my collection that I really enjoy, that I look at and go, wow, I just love that. I've always been a little bit more of a cover collector than a content collector, because I mean, you can get the content pretty cheaply. So you know, it's not all just about the story. It's about more than that. I think it's about the history of it. It's exciting to think that these could go up in value, that you're investing in them, and that they bring you a little bit of joy. I'm working on a display system, I guess, just a nice way to display my books fairly easily, but something that looks nice too, that I can set up. I don't necessarily want to do like the white like PVC rack that a lot of people do. Nothing wrong with it. Just think that there's probably other options out there that I'm likely to explore, that I would you know, pay a little bit of money for, to have it look like a little bit nicer of a display. Anyway, I think that's it. That's some good stuff though, right? I think it's good. I like it. I hope you liked it too. I hope you saw some cool stuff. Got you excited about what you like to collect. And like I said, try and narrowing that down to what gets you excited, and so you can have a collection that you go, oh man, look at all these books. I just love flipping through the box and going, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, look at that. Oh, I love that book, as opposed to like, wow, I really hope that increases in value one day so I can sell it. And before, that's a lot of what I was doing. I was kind of collecting for resale, which is nothing wrong with that. I think that's cool too. And I think we all kind of have a little bit of that in our collections, but just flipping through those boxes and looking at stuff that you're really passionate about, or that really brings you some joy, is just a different kind of exciting. It's exciting on a different level. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyway, more books are on the way.